Good afternoon. My name is Darrell Bennett, and I'm a college lecturer here in New York City. I teach at both ASA College and here at the City University of New York, one of the largest public university systems in the country and, in fact, the world. I, like many of you, have sat and watched the coverage over the past several days of the teachers' strike in Chicago. I've watched and I've waited. I've waited for someone to speak up on behalf of the teachers and on behalf of the students. And I watched and I watched, and I must say I was disheartened, discouraged, and severely disappointed by those in the media and in the political arena who chose to criticize and condemn instead of offer solutions. I must speak up on behalf of the teachers, since no one else did. I waited, and I saw political leaders speak up against the teachers. I saw folks in Congress and folks in other government houses speak up against the teachers. I even saw principals and district leaders speaking against the teachers. So I sat and said, since no one will speak up for the teachers, since no one has the courage to speak on behalf of the teachers, I will. First of all, let me say that even though this strike is in Chicago, this strike hits at the heart of youth and our culture in America everywhere. If it's one thing that I know from my time at Morehouse College and matriculating through Harvard Law School, I know that education is as much about culture as it is about content. The sad reality is many of these fat cat politicians are willing to criticize and condemn, and they will send some of America's brightest and smartest minds in the classrooms that they couldn't last a minute in. That's the reality of the situation. The reality is that many of our classrooms are worse than war zones than which we're sending our soldiers. Many of our classrooms, there is no learning going on. I watched and I heard folks in the media saying, well, they're not learning, they're not at school, they're not learning. My friends, that is how we got here. That is why the teachers are speaking up on behalf of the students, because it's not learning going on now in many of our schools. The unfortunate reality is that now, I'm a college educator, and now in college education, most college educators are finding that students don't need one or two courses of remedial work or assignments as it used to be. Now, many students need a year or two just to catch them up to where they would have been otherwise. The problem is pervasive throughout our education system. It's something that touches public and private schools. It touches high schools and colleges. It touches universities and middle schools across this nation.